Oh, hello there, everybody. This is Beyond Animation. I'm here with my friend Al, my good friend Al.
AnimeAL at that. That's
Anime
what it like.
Al. Yeah, whenever you decide to
Maybe that
make that
name.
YouTube channel.
No, I got it made. There's no videos. I ain't share anything yet.
Alright, I'm gonna just
So
link
don't
him in
do
the
that.
description. I'm gonna beg him for his link.
Yeah, I'll give you the link after this.
So, we just want to talk about a little bit about Attack on Titan and the ending specifically because I've seen a lot of people misinterpret this ending. And
A lot of hateful stuff.
yeah, we
Okay.
just want to talk about it. So, you wanna go first, Al? You wanna say something first, or?
Damn. So I just start with the first fucking page. I don't know where to start with this. It's just it felt weird because I wish we had the other interactions with like John. That's how you say his name, and Connie and all that other stuff, and Annie. But it's Armin. I mean, it doesn't really matter since you get the whole point across with everything. Like Connie gets his mother back.
It would
as a
be
human
filler, but it'd be good filler.
being. It would be feel good filler.
Mhm.
It's nice to see how much John and Connie and the rest of the crew matter to Aaron. You know, we don't really see that much.
Yeah, we get glimpses and pieces of it throughout the series, and most of it is left up for imagination. But it would be nice. It would be nice to see that. That's the kind of grievance I have with that chapter. I wish I had seen that. What I like.
Go ahead, you got it.
Now go on. Finish that sentiment.
Now I was just gonna repeat myself. Basically, I was about to say the same stuff over again. Like
What I
some
was,
YouTubers, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get that 10 minutes.
what I was gonna say is I feel like this chapter, well, for a fact, I know is gonna be divisive. It's gonna be
for sure.
another The Last of Us 2, The Last Jedi. It's gonna be that divisive thing. And, you know, there's people who are gonna love it, and there's people who are gonna hate it. But I've seen some arguments that I want to tackle here that I think they really take Aaron's character out of context, and I just can't stand by that. For one, let's talk about one that I see get thrown around, and even people who defend this point defend it wrongly, in my opinion, and people who use this point to criticize Aaron, it's a mute point. You can't criticize Aaron using this. When he told Reiner, why does his mother have to die? All because, later, as we see, Aaron was the one that set those events in motion. Now, I have a few theories on what he actually meant by that, but I'll save that, a little later while I'm talking about it. But we're just gonna go for the bare bones fact. Okay, Aaron sent his mother. He sent Grisha's ex-wife, to kill his mother. Okay.
Yeah, that's some fuck shit right there. Just off the dome.
So the way I see it is, he asked Reiner that before he knew that he did that. Aaron at that point in the series didn't have that foresight. He did not know. He was innocent to that knowledge.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that foresight was triggered by the basement? Am I correct?
It wasn't triggered by the basement. It was triggered when he touched Historia's hand.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
It was really
That's when everything went into motion. Now I'm gonna use Ben 10 as a reference for this. In the last Ben 10 series before the reboot, Omniverse, Ben fights this guy that tries to destroy the universe, I believe, and Ben stops it, and in doing so he creates the universe that he is a part of now. He creates the prime universe that the entire story takes part in. So essentially Ben, and he also manages to give himself the watch as a kid. So the reason why the watch crash landed on Earth, that was all his doing. So Ben set the story in motion, right? And that's a paradox. At that point in time, young Ben, when he got the watch, up until this point, did not know that these are the things that would transpire. So to say that Aaron was trying to guilt trip Reiner, manipulate him, is false. Aaron did not know. And how could he know? He didn't have the Attack Titan power at that time. Now I know there's all this stuff with the Attack Titan power transcending, time and space and whatnot, because at the start of the series, Aaron sees his mother's dying before he even has the Attack Titan power, and he's crying. So, Attack on Titan is very funny with that symbolism, but to straight out say that Aaron, he killed his mother on purpose and he just did all this and tried to guilt trip Reiner, is very fucking false. I'm just putting I'm gonna censor this anyway. I don't know why I said that, but I just had to let it come out.
You gotta be on some other YouTubes, have like a little cough in there, something like that. Fantastic. Yeah, there you go. You got the sound over there. Yeah, but that's a very good point. It's just you saying. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this whole chapter. It's just insane. There's a lot to take in. That's nothing that bothers me. So people are not looking at the big picture here. But
there's so much to dissect.
Yeah.
You can't just read this chapter and be done with it. You need to look at the series as a whole.
And they forget that these characters are written so well. They're very human. Aaron's very human.
He is.
A lot of his responses in this chapter are very human. He's like Dr. Manhattan. You know, he's controlled by his destiny. He knows the future. He knows what's going on. It's like everything blends together. Oh
man, I saw a comment about that. Stop it.
Yeah, I saw a comment about that.
Yeah, he's a slave.
He's a slave.
So this in turn, this is his freedom. He broke the cycle
for everyone, and
without even having to sacrifice his people at that. Like what Zeke, wanted to do with the euthanization.
Yeah, his route was much happier.
Yeah,
it killed like 80% of the population. It was happier.
And man, onto that talk about Eren killing his mom. The way I see that, it's like personally. Now this is just conjecture, but I think this is what Isayama was, what he meant for us to do, to discuss and to talk and come up with our theories about what this could mean. I don't think that Eren intentionally sent his mom to die. I think he just misdirected the Titan, and it just happened that his mom was there, and it was too late for him to stop it. He couldn't do anything because that was all. Because I feel like there was no other place that Titan could have gone at that point when he realized what was about to happen.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't want the other guy to get
Berthold.
Eaten.
Yeah, because
it
couldn't. Yeah, Berthold is pretty. It's pretty. Let me know. Berthold fans gonna come for me, so I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah. The spelling memes and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh my god.
But he's doing all that for Armin. It just shows how much he cares about his friends.
Yeah,
the future, their future.
Another point that I see people bring up, but I'll just say that. But let's just talk a little bit about Eren again. Being human. Everyone's like, "Oh, Eren is an incel and he's a simp."
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
It's and he's changed. It's like, Eren's never changed. Eren's character, and there was a very good video on this. Eren's character has always been the same. Eren has always been extreme. He's an extremist, and he's a very emotional extremist at that. Look at when Hannes died, and he was crying before that's when he got the founder's power, when he unlocked it, and he was crying, and he was like, he was basically berating himself, talking about how nothing ever changed, this, that, and the other. It's like Eren has had those quote unquote pathetic moments. So for him to say this about Mikasa, it's like, why wouldn't he? I mean, she's never gonna find out. He's dead anyway.
And I must have said else about the people that call him incel. Like, if they were in that situation where they couldn't have someone they loved and they had to move on, it was it for them. They would feel the same way Eren did. If you love someone that much, you're gonna feel that kind of way about that. And he's being both selfish and selfless at the same time.
Yeah, because he takes it back in the same sentence.
Yeah.
It was just like a vent. He just had to get that off his chest.
He's been holding it for so long. I don't think he ever really showed.
Yeah, he's never, because he's been so straightforward with everything, every single goal. He just kept looking forward. Throughout the entire series, people will argue that Eren and Mikasa had no chemistry. It's because Eren was so focused on a singular goal that he didn't have any time to do all this. People seem to forget the character that Eren is. The whole fact that everything he did in this current arc in season 4 is all a facade makes sense, because Eren wouldn't wake up and suddenly be a stone cold killer.
Yeah, it's kind of like fake confidence. Some people act really cocky at times, and then you see them for who they really are, and they're very vulnerable and very insecure of themselves. Just like you see a lot of celebrities, a lot of people you may know in real life. It's kind of like that.
Man, no, even when he says that, the founder having all this power kind of fucked with his head. We've seen that power influenced on Eren when he ate Tiber's sister, and the chapter afterwards he starts putting his hair like her. It's like
that reminds me of Breaking Bad low key, because like when Gus got killed, what was his name? Walter was doing certain things to take after Eren. I'm gonna take after Gus.
Yeah, take after
like,
Gus.
His
Yeah.
towel a certain way and do all these other things, like small things you notice. It's just interesting how people
write that writing, bro. That detail.
Very, I guess say dynamic characters that always like change either for the better or for the worse. It's amazing.
I think it's just so disingenuous to say that Isayama throughout all of Eren's character development and completely assassinated his character. Ridiculous. It's like he didn't though. This has always been Eren.
He made him so human.
If we want to,
he's not perfect.
If we want to go that route, we can say Eren's a bitch, but he always been a bitch.
He's always been a bitch. Remember,
Eren has done nothing through the entire series, bro. That was a criticism.
Season 3 was like the big part where, like, even though he was a bitch then, crying about, go ahead and eat me. Yeah. Come on, Historia, destroy me. I'm just a bitch boy.
Eren has always been that character. That was a big criticism of his entire character. Now that he put on the facade and, seemingly is changed, and that goes back to like him being manipulated by all the Titan power, which I can see. He basically says so. It's like, at the core, Eren is 19. He's a 19-year-old with the weight of killing 80% of the population. When he failed, essentially, because the people of Paradise have become fucking warmongers now.
Yeah, pretty much.
He got his friends killing each other.
Yeah. Comrades. People that have slept together and bunks together, ate lunch together for years, bonded over surviving against Titans, had to survive against each other. It's crazy.
Going from wanting to exterminate Titans to realize that they are your people, that they are human beings in there. It's so fucked up.
It is. It's mind-blowing. There's just layers and layers of shit going on in this story.
It's like Eren is already so emotional. Like, dropping all that on top of his characters, that's just too much. Of course he would snap. Of course he would, he would do this. As he said, he just went with the flow and he was beating the shit out of Armin. But I think he went with the flow for most of the things that happened. I think he did have a clear-cut plan, but later down the road, he, regret. It's like, is this right? And as we saw when he stepped on the kid, he's like, damn, why did I save you? I know you're gonna die anyway. Like, why would I do that?
Yeah,
it's like Eren's not a bad person.
He apologized in advance. He just said, I know it's gonna happen, but I can't stop it. He
did a lot of bad things.
He did some horrible shit. And I'm gonna go back on the whole like incel thing and the Mikasa thing. He knows he doesn't deserve Mikasa. He knows for a fucking fact that he doesn't deserve anything. He doesn't deserve to be alive at all.
He basically says it. He's like, listen, even if I were to be alive, low key is like, I can't ask them to forgive me after everything that I've done. I can't. Eren would not be able to live with himself after that.
They had to get Mikasa to run away somewhere before they fuck up his corpse or some shit like that. Before they desecrate his fucking head. That's how bad that's love what shit he did.
And then another point. At this point, now listen, I can bend over backwards and jump through some loops to justify Eren's character assassination. I can jump through some hoops for that. If I really want to be a head ass. But to say Mikasa's got no development and her character was assassinated, Mikasa, the person who earlier in this series went through a whole kind of crisis about not wanting to kill Eren, being the one to kill Eren and set the events of the ending in motion. Mikasa has had some of the best character development besides Jean. But the series.
You're right. That's the biggest and most important development that she had right there. And it's just crazy how all the people that did fucked up shit, Annie, Reiner,
Bertolt,
Who the fuck else I'm missing?
Bertolt.
Yes, but the people that are alive now are like ambassadors, and they're just there for peace.
Yeah,
and they cause so
ambassadors
much
of peace.
more havoc. It's wild.
That's funny. I think from what I'm seeing there, they've been living in Marley for a long time.
Yeah.
It's like, so they're kind of like rebuilding Marley, recouping, you know, setting things straight, and now they're going to parody. And Historia does not look very happy at anything that happened.
She looks like, what the fuck is this shit? I have no fucking baby. Y'all do this.
But the fact that she, you know, she saved, she took in Jean and Connie's parents and shit like that. Well, I think it was just Jean's. I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
You know, I think it was Connie that said it, that she'll protect them,
Yeah,
or
Connie
it was Armin. Either way.
I think it was Connie. Yeah, it was Connie for sure.
And that goes back to my theory, because I said this a few weeks ago on Twitter. Well, not this specifically, but Eren did this so that Armin could be seen as the hero.
As the narrator of Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
The story's in reverse. Armin's telling the story. Crazy.
It's fucking sick. I think Erwin said Armin would be the one to save them all.
Damn, did he have the same power? No, playing, but because Erwin had the ability to see things in people.
Yeah, he does.
Erwin is a dude, bro.
Imagine if they had given Erwin the power instead of Armin.
Man,
the rumbling would have took place. But yeah, I think this chapter is so misconstrued, bro.
Yeah,
it's so misconstrued. I mean, there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of stuff that I wish was in there, like the whole, you know, Annie and Eren and John and Eren interactions and paths.
Yeah.
What happens when the scouts, the OG scouts, go back to paradise? I want to see how the people react.
I remember when Connie, before they quote unquote died in the previous chapter, when Connie was telling Jean that, you know, he helped them save the world, and it all came full circle.
It did.
They basically saved the world again.
Yeah.
What is fucking? It's so crazy. Everything turned out. Honestly, what did people expect the ending of Attack on Titan to be? It would be bittersweet.
It has to be bittersweet. I expect everyone to be fucking slaughtered. It to be the end.
Yeah.
But this is a really decent ending. It's respectable.
It really is respectable. It really is decent. And Isayama said this is just the beginning. So who knows what he has in store? Attack on Titan 2 epilogue, a novel, whatever he decides to do. I see a lot of people saying, you know, to make this chapter not canon, and it's like, listen, if you don't like the chapter, it's okay, fine. You don't have to like this chapter. But to undermine everything that has come before it, and just take this chapter and say Attack on Titan is a shit series now because of it, this chapter does not, regardless of what you feel about this chapter does not undermine anything that Attack on Titan has done up to this point.
It doesn't.
It's still a very good series.
Yeah. This is so crazy. Like, I was hating on for long because everybody would not shut up about the series. Oh, watch Attack on Titan this, Eren's this, spoiler. And then I watched it last year, and it's like, wow, the writing is amazing. The subtle details and foreshadowing and all that stuff is just amazing.
11 years, bro. 11 years. And, man, I can't wait for this shit to get animated. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna
I hope
hit.
they feel it. I hope they feel. I don't think they will do this. I hope they fill in some gaps or some things we want.
Yeah, more filler.
Yeah.
Let's see him interact with everyone. Especially Jean. I think Jean will be the most interesting because Jean was Eren's like opposite for most of the series. You know, he started seeing eye to eye with Eren. My man used to be on Eren's ass for, you know, having this idealistic thinking, but then he started to have that viewpoint as well.
And Jean grew so much, man. Oh my goodness.
And seeing Sasha at the end, I'm like, woo! Yo, Isayama, you ain't gotta do me like that.
Well, I know girls can look so sexy.
Yeah, you're right. Speaking of sexy.
I'm glad I got into it. I'm glad I didn't let other people influence how I felt about it. Yeah. You know, or stop me from watching it. Because I would have missed out on something very powerful.
And I would have had to
I feel like I do it myself. I feel like it reflects the real world issues, like with like racism and all this like genocide that still probably goes on. You know, people need to work together. They don't need to have some crazy shit happen for them to realize that they need to change or something needs to change. Because like we're not gonna have something like some magical shit like your mirror or something like that change things. You know.
Yeah. Some people are saying shit like, you know, Eren didn't accomplish anything, and you know, war. You know, there's still, you know, there people will still come for paradise. And Bertolt put it best when he said that the world is just cruel.
Yeah.
And that's realistic. It doesn't matter what Eren or what Armin has done or what Eren's plan was. Just like how everyone has different opinions on a chapter, everyone has different opinions in the series about Eren's actions, especially since they don't know the truth. Eren lit a flame in people that he regrets that he did.
Yeah, and it's the same flame that was lit within him.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
It's fucked up, man. At least Gabby didn't turn out like it. She's like the Eren that got saved midway.
Pretty much. Eren had a good life.
Such a beautiful series. Such a good ending.
It's really beautiful. And I know I keep on saying so human, but it really is human. There's a lot of like the human condition, human nature, all that stuff in there. Very realistic characters.
When you read the official translation, half the shit in those fan translation is worded so much fucking better.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people would interpret that as, oh, Eren. I don't know how anyone can interpret it as Eren doing this for vagina. He didn't get vagina, so he decided to kill 80% of humanity. I don't know. But I don't know how you can get that from that. But that's just me.
But it's more for Armin than anyone else. Being real, like, and I've been anticipating this kind of ending because the narrator always loves stuff where like a lot of stories seem to be written backwards, like it's already planned out.
Yeah.
And you just like watch it all unfold.
The biggest criticism I have, and it's because it didn't get explained more, is Ymir.
Yeah, Ymir. It's just like she popped there, the little popcorn. You know?
Ymir, but I understand why she would love King Fritz, not because I'm not justifying a relationship or anything, but Stockholm syndrome is a real thing.
It's a real thing, and there's a lot of people out there that are in like very abusive relationships that stay with the lover till like they die.
Yeah.
They may be miserable as hell, but they feel like they can't have anybody else, so they feel like that's the person that takes care of them. You know, stuff like that. It's very psychological.
Man, this.
And plus, she's been like treated like shit her whole life. She's been a fucking slave. Somebody shows her the slightest sign of affection, she'll fucking take it. And it doesn't feel like a wasted chapter. It doesn't feel like a scam.
No.
I agree with you with the Ymir shit, but at the same time, it's just like open to interpretation at this point.
Yeah, it really is open to interpretation. Well, I thought the series basically starts with Eren and Armin and then ends with Eren and Armin.
Yeah. It's a trip.
Man, everything just comes full circle, and I think as Attack on Titan goes along, in a few years, it'll be just hailed as a masterpiece.
Oh, what about?
They're gonna be the one guy that dissects the entire ending. I'm waiting for it. It ain't gonna be me. I ain't got no fucking time for that. I think this is where I'll end the recording right now. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for watching. Thank you, Isayama.
Isayama-san.